Let's begin by taking a few deep breaths, breathing in and breathing out, deep and slow. Feel your body relax. Sense the ground beneath you, holding you, offering stability and calm, your roots reaching deep down into the earth. Breathing in and breathing out, drawing up through your taproot the nourishing energies and life force of Mother Earth, which she gives freely and generously to you. Letting go of thoughts of the past and concerns for the future just melt away with each breath in this precious moment of deep communion with the stabilizing and nourishing energies of Mother Earth. And from this place of being deeply rooted and grounded, let's open to the light from above, feeling the warmth upon us from the sun and the moon and the stars glistening, feeling expansive as we connect with the vast energies of the cosmos, rooted below, connected above, in this present moment, breathing. And now, let's feel our connectedness to this special place where each of us is sitting on the planet right now. Feel your relationship to the soils, stones, waterways, the forests and flowers, all the communities of life who call these habitats their home, just like you, and who also receive stability and nourishment from Mother Earth, and the warmth from the sun and the moon, just like you. And now, let's recognize and acknowledge all those who have come before, the ancestors of the original indigenous peoples of the lands that we inhabit, who have been in sacred relationship with our lands for countless generations. We acknowledge also the future ancestors of this land, who will continue to hold the land as sacred for countless generations to come. And we humbly invite all of them to bless us now and our practice. Let's also call on all of our sources of inspiration, our own ancestors, elders, teachers, and guides, lineage masters, Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, and wisdom beings that we feel connected to, and invite them to be present with us now. Invite their blessings to enter you and everyone who is present for this meditation. And receive the blessing of their love, support, guidance, healing, and clarity. As this blessing enters you, feel the love and caring coming from these sources of inspiration all the way into your deepest heart of hearts. And breathe it in. Breathing out, send this love to everyone who is present in this circle, online, listening, however you are. And breathing in, receive. Breathing out, sending. Breathing in, receiving the love that is being sent. Breathing in and out, receiving, sending, like the ebb and flow of the tides, washing blessings amongst us all around the world. And gradually expanding your focus to include all of your friends and family and community and all of those who this practice might serve. And imagine our circle of relations growing from our own homes, neighborhoods, bioregion, country, and continent to include all beings in all places everywhere, embracing the whole planet with our love, breathing in and breathing out with Gaia. And now, with this feeling of rootedness below, expansiveness above, waves of love flowing from our hearts, let's turn our awareness to those who are suffering, the places where there is war, poverty, disease, pollution, droughts or floods or fires, wherever the need for healing is very great, and breathe in this suffering. And on the out-breath, send your love and your caring to relieve the suffering of the earth, of her people, and of all life, all around the whole planet. Imagine that where there is hunger, great nourishing gardens begin to grow. Where there is thirst, fresh, clean waterways spring up. Where there are the unhoused, safe shelters are built. Where there is war and conflict, choirs of peace echo in the hills. Where there is sickness, vital health is celebrated. And aware of where the earth is unstable, in danger, or out of balance in any way, imagine a restoration of balanced power, bringing protection and regeneration as you hear the land sing out in harmony. Now see the generosity and reciprocity in communities of life flowing freely, seeing the beauty and riches of nature flowering into abundance for the sustenance of life, revitalizing this radiant blue-green planet that we call home. And as we hold this glowing vision of Mother Earth, we call into our awareness the presence of the Earth Treasure Vases that have been planted or are in the process of being planted all around the world. Let us imagine that together we are pouring our love and caring in the form of light to each and every little clay pot buried in the body of Mother Earth, filling each vase with our deepest prayers and blessings for healing. Imagine each Earth Treasure Vase radiating light in every direction, sending healing and protective energies wherever needed, in whatever form it is needed. See the light like a rainbow streaming forth from each of the vases, white, yellow, red, blue, green, and all the colors in between, and breathing in, breathing out. Allow the feeling of caring and compassion in your heart of hearts to grow. And send that love out in the form of light to all of the people, animals, plants, and places that are connected to these Earth Treasure Vases that need healing and protection in the past, in the present, and in the future. Beginning at the center of the Earth Treasure Vase Global Healing Mandala in a cave above Los Alamos National Laboratory in New Mexico, the birthplace of the atomic bomb. And to the north at the source of the Rio Grande River in Creede, Colorado. To the south at the mouth of the Rio Grande at the Gulf of Mexico. To the east on top of Mount Baldy above Santa Fe, and to the west on Mount Chicoma, known as Tsikamu, to the Tewa people of New Mexico, who are the custodians of the sacred lands where this mandala began. And now, having established the center and the four directions, see the mandala growing in every direction. To the Indian Point Nuclear Reservation on the Hudson River in New York, Headwaters old-growth redwood forest in Northern California, the Punta Cometa on the coast of Oaxaca, Mexico, Vilcabamba, Ecuador, Jakova, Kosovo, the Lawrence Laboratory at the University of California in Berkeley, the Tao Dam Forest on the border of Thailand and Burma, the village of Ain Karim in Israel-Palestine, Hiroshima, Japan, Inwood Park above New York City after 9/11, the Biosphere 2 in Oracle, Arizona, the Martin Luther King Freedom Center in Oakland, California, the source of the Ganges in India, the source of the Amazon in Peru, the Southern Pacific Ocean 93 feet down in Agum Atoll, the Trobriand Islands, Papua New Guinea, the Arctic Circle, Alaska, the Kogi lands of the Sierra Nevada de Santa Marta, Colombia, Telawoyan Village, Lofa County, Voinjima District, Liberia, West Africa, the Blida River Canyon, Limpopo Province, South Africa, the Giza Plateau in Egypt, Haleakala, Maui, Hawaii, the Itombwe Forest, South Kivu Province, Democratic Republic of Congo, Avebury, England, Bindaluk, Jawan Country, Catherine, Northern Territory, Australia, to Gabernmong, Arnhem Land, Australia, the Mackenzie King Park, Ottawa River Valley in Ottawa, Gatineau, Canada, the original garden in Findhorn, Scotland, the Great Stupa of Bodhanath in Kathmandu, Nepal, the Flint Hills of Kansas in the heartland of America, the Santa Cruz Mountains near Silicon Valley, California, the Valles Caldera of northern New Mexico, Purnalulu, Bungle Bungles, the Kimberleys, Australia, the village of Utqiagvik at the edge of the sea in northernmost Arctic Alaska, the Hanford Nuclear Reservation on the shores of the Columbia River in the state of Washington, Mount Ryozen above Fukushima, Japan, back to where it all began at the cave hermitage of Charak in Nepal, to Margaby County, Liberia, in the base of an old ironbark tree on Dithul Mountain in the Budawang wilderness of Walbunja Country, Yuin Nation, southeastern Australia, to our root temple, Tolu Tarling Monastery in Nepal, the Munzer Valley in Turkey, Serpent Mound in Ohio, the Ashaninka Spiritual Portal, Campo do Rio Amonea Indigenous Land, Acre, Brazilian Amazon, bordering Peru, the Border Peace School in Cherawan, the demilitarized zone between North and South Korea, in Nabo Simake, Arhuaco territory in Colombia, in Akaroa, Te Waipunamu, South Island, Aotearoa, New Zealand, on Mount Parnassus above Delphi in Greece, Pian Grande de Castelluccio of the Sibillini Mountains, Umbria, Italy, in Wei-a-Wichin, facing the Wincates Park, North Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, in a sylvan wood near a creek that flows into the Potomac River in Washington, D.C., in eastern Tibet, next to a high-altitude turquoise lake, Fontem Felicem, or Happy Well, flowing by a creek adjacent to a chapel in the village of Helsem, Eislich, Luxembourg, in the woods embracing Auschwitz, Birkenau, Poland, and to southwestern Australia, and to the vase in Antarctica, the vase in the Isle of Lewis in the Outer Hebrides, Scotland, the Saugatuck Dunes on Lake Michigan in the United States, the Highwood Valley in the Rocky Mountains in Alberta, Canada, southeastern United States, Turtle Island, Shakonage, Tennessee, a vase called Coronama planted on the shores of Lake Washington in Kirkland, Washington, near the Life Care Center where COVID began in the United States. In the Permian Basin, New Mexico, along Sweetwater Creek at the base of Marble Mountain in Danby, Vermont. The vase called Cetacea, buried in Provincetown, Cape Cod, Massachusetts, honoring the wisdom and persistence of our whale relatives. The vase dedicated to the return of the salmon, buried on the north coast of the Olympic Peninsula in Washington State, and the vase planted in the upper hamlet of Plum Village in France. We also include in our awareness the vases being stewarded right now to the Bering Strait, to Chile, to the Altai Mountains in Russia, to healing racism in the United States, to Bamiyan, Afghanistan, to southern India, Palestine, Spain, Taos, New Mexico, the Little Shell Tribal Territory in Montana, Triple Divide Peak on Turtle Island, a vase dedicated to Kairos time, a vase dedicated to the Paramo ecosystem of Colombia for the restoration of the waters of the world, the Big Sur region vase, the Andes Mountains, to Hungary, Ukraine, and Wales. And we also presence the Mother Vase who rests on the altar in Santa Fe, New Mexico. So once again, please take a deep, slow in-breath and a deep, slow out-breath. And imagine that all that is needed to relieve the suffering of the earth can be seen as light radiating out from each of the Earth Treasure Vases all around the whole planet in every direction. Imagine this healing light flowing out from the vases, filling the whole global Earth Treasure Vase mandala with the powerful energies of our love and caring. See this healing force traveling through the song lines and meridians of the earth, flowing into each location on the global mandala. See the mandala like a web of light embracing the whole planet. Feel the light flowing back and forth like waves from your heart to the Earth Treasure Vases, energizing them and adding vitality and brilliance to the light that is then flowing out to the whole area in the sphere of influence of each of these Earth Treasure Vases. And now imagine this light flowing into your own location, your special spot in nature, and feel the collective spiritual intelligence of the entire global Earth Treasure Vase mandala, activating your node on the global healing mandala and entering you as a holy vessel. And now, please focus your concentration one-pointedly on bringing healing and protection, peace, harmony, and justice to the whole earth for all time. See the healing and protection radiating out from all the vases, all around the whole earth, in waves of light flowing back and forth endlessly. And imagine that the healing is accomplished and the vitality of the earth is completely restored. And now recognizing the great interconnected web that is life on Earth, of which we are each a part. Let's give thanks and pray that the compassion and peace that is our true condition may bring supreme happiness and benefit to the Earth and to all beings.